32 women from 13 countries are here. Somebody's going to walk away the inaugural winner of this tournament.
Round one of the inaugural Mae Young Classic was chock full of incredible action.
Oh my God! What a contest.
32 athletes kicked off this tournament. Only 16 could advance. For the defeated, there were no moral victories. Their dreams of becoming the inaugural Mae Young Classic champion ended in anguish. Now, as round two begins, the competition heats up even further. One step closer to being champion, and yet still just a 3 count or tap out away from the end of the road. Tonight, the second generation powerhouse, Rachel Evers, faces Mae Young protege, Abbey Laith. The redemption story of Serena Deeb continues against the Scottish powerhouse, Piper Niven. The veteran, Mercedes Martinez, is primed to knock off Mexican legend Princesa Sue. And the supremely athletic Bianca Belair takes on the sensational Kairi Sane. History continues as the Mae Young Classic Sweet 16 begins right now.
You are looking at the trophy that will be presented to the winner of the Mae Young Classic. And the 16 competitors that we'll see in the second round have converged right here at Full Sail University. It's going to be quite the night. I'm Jim Ross alongside WWE Hall of Famer Lita. Are you ready to go?
I am ready, and you can hear the crowd at Full Sail University so excited to see the 16 women that went through to the next round. Look at those smiles. These women are so nervous. They're having so much fun. I am so proud of each and every one of these women that are going to compete tonight.
13 countries represented, extremely talented, strong women from all over the world.
So as you guys can see here, 32 women have now become 16. We've got these round two competitors who are ready to go tonight.
And a major matchup in round two pits Rachel Evers taking on Abbey Laith. Both are outstanding athletes, both want to win it badly. Here's a very close look at both these two women.
I've been traveling around the world and wrestling for 8 years, and here I am.
Abbey Laith may be the physical underdog, but somebody forgot to tell her. The alligator clutch, shades of the late Mae Young.
She did it!
It's such a crazy feeling to have made it to the biggest stage.
Abbey's got a tall order here because there's nobody stronger in this tournament than this young lady.
This is a big moment for me. It's a chance for me to show what I can really do. Athleticism all across the board is what I bring. Opportunity came knocking, I'm ready to take advantage of it. She's very experienced, but I'm not afraid.
People are gonna say, Abby's got an uphill battle, but that's okay. It's not my first time in that situation.
I know she'll bring her A game, but I do nothing but bring my A game.
I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna have to claw it. I'll do whatever it takes to win.
I put the work in and I'm ready.
Nothing's gonna stop me.
Well, she is a powerhouse, arguably the strongest woman in this tournament. And she has the national powerlifting records to prove it. The young daughter of Precious Paul Ellering, known now as Rachel Evers, and she was a big winner in the first round.
The following is a second round match scheduled for one fall in the Mae Young Classic with a 20-minute time limit. Making her way to the ring from St. Paul, Minnesota, Rachel Evers.
Rachel Evers has struggled to get the support of her family throughout her career, but her #1 supporter, Cassius Ono, is ringside tonight.
And her opponent from Seattle, Washington, Abby Lay.
Abby defeated a much larger opponent, stronger opponent, in Jazzy Gabbard in the first round. And she'll have to use some of that same strategy against another powerhouse here in Rachel Evers.
You know, Abby Lay has faced a lot of men in her tournament. She's faced a lot of strong competitors. I feel like she's going to have a pretty good chance against Rachel Evers, but Rachel Evers was so impressive in that first round.
Abby, 27 years of age, has been studying dance for 24 of those years, if you can believe that.
Well, Abby also went to the CZW training school, not really known for their school of dance, producing WWE stars like Ambrose.
One fall matchup. Rachel Evers advanced by defeating Marty Bell in the first round in a match that some would consider an upset. In any event, the 24-year-old Rachel and the 27-year-old Abby have got their fan base here at Full Sail in Full Throat.
You know, what I've loved seeing in this tournament so far is the crowd involvement, just so supportive of the tournament. Both of the women have this clear support of the fans here tonight.
Well, we saw that, as we said, Abby negotiated a much bigger, stronger opponent in round one. The question is, can she do it here against Rachel Evers, who's a very bright young lady, has a Bachelor of Arts degree in communications. You know she had it scouted.
Whoa, seeing that power right there by Rachel Evers that you spoke of.
Rachel has a 375-pound deadlift to her credit. Nice heel trip takedown. And a hard shot to the back, the running forearm to the mid-back area from Abby Lath. Abby's going to be well served, Lita, to keep her stronger opponent right there on the canvas.
Well, I mean, that's Abby's strength is sticking and moving. Abby knows how to play to her strengths, and here she goes.
Oh, Abby taking a big chance. Damn near crashing and burning, catching her toe in the second rope, but did get the body on body to knock down Rachel Evers on the outside. Big chance early, and now going for the cover.
You saw that experience right there with Abby. As soon as she threw Rachel Evers into the ring, boom, right there on top of it, trying to advance herself to the next round.
Hard forearm shot right across the sternum.
Whoa!
Stunner there by Rachel Evers. And the senton dropped it all south. There's both legs are hooked and got a near fall.
I thought this was going to open with an early upset. That was so close.
Rachel Evers, a proud graduate of the Lance Storm Wrestling Academy in Toronto. No, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Rachel so strong, very agile, got great feet, athletic.
Whoa!
Springboard leg drop, and again a near fall. Both Rachel's mother and father, Precious Paul Ellering, were powerlifting champions. That strength runs in the family.
I think that win in the first round really gave that extra confidence to Rachel. She is looking extremely good tonight.
Rachel holding on. Worked out for good flexibility. The straight kick. And Rachel Evers is motivated, and why not? Oh, both ladies thinking alike. Two kicks that both found their mark. Fans here very appreciative of the effort. And it's been a great crowd, enthusiastic, passionate. Every single match we've had the privilege of bringing you here on the WWE Network.
Oh, both of these women, you know what that feels like, just getting kicked in the head. You can't think straight, but both of these women need to regroup and get that opportunity so they can advance.
Ladies exchanging those forearms. And I got to believe that this is a little advantage for Rachel. Bigger, stronger. But here comes Abby. Nice kicks. Abby describes her style as technically sound, and she's a striker by her own admission.
I love it. I can see Abby here. That kick to the face. Oh, might have been just what Abby needed to get that extra fire.
Abby in a bad spot right here in the Never Land.
Both of those women.
In no woman's land, shall we say. Oh, power slam off the top. And Rachel goes to the cover. The outside leg hook and a near fall. Wow. Well, here's where the inexperience has got to be channeled and processed for Rachel Evers.
There
Can't get
is that
frustrated.
heart of Abby Lath. How could she have kicked out? That was such a powerful move. Abby has got to be rocked right now.
These women are fully aware of single
Quit
elimination.
thinking about it, Rachel. You got to figure out a game plan.
No second chances here. And Rachel, oh, look at this. The alligator clutch. And it's over.
Wow.
One mistake made, one victory earned. Mae Young's own finishing maneuver, the alligator clutch, takes Abby Lath to the next round. Well, I thought Rachel had it right here, Lita. Just couldn't quite get it done.
Pure instinct right there. Abby kicking out. Unbelievable.
Rachel broke her concentration there and then made this mistake. Great counter.
Here is your winner, Abby Lath.
Abby Lath moves on to the quarterfinals of the Mae Young Classic in a pleasant show of sportsmanship.
What a way to start the action tonight. Both those ladies so impressive.
Impressive indeed, and Abby Lath punched her ticket to get into the quarterfinals here at the Mae Young Classic, Lita.
Abby Lath hoping to rack up that victory against either Princesa Suhey or Mercedes Martinez, yet to be determined.
We're only moments away from the next matchup here on our program tonight. Piper Niven has a size and strength advantage over a very courageous Serena Deeb. We're glad to see Serena back, but is this too much to ask for a woman returning after a 2-year hiatus?
You know, I'll be honest, JR, I have known Serena since she was just a little girl, and it would mean so much for me if she could get it done tonight, but Piper Niven was so impressive in that first round. I've got my fingers crossed for Serena Deeb.
Let's take a look at this compelling matchup.
My name is Serena Deeb.
Serena is ready for her next chapter.
Coming in with the experience that I have, I think I'm more dangerous than any woman in this tournament. I'm very aggressive, very athletic, and I'm going to work harder than anybody else.
Oh, the spear connected.
Tonight is Serena Deeb's night.
For me, it's all about being badass, but doing it all with a big smile.
Piper the Viper Niven. Her size gives her an advantage.
I love being bigger and I love bringing my aggression to the ring. I've got something nobody else does. The strength, the agility that sometimes people even half my size don't have.
Oh, Michinoku driver.
I'm going to show you what makes me bigger, stronger, better.
I never underestimate my opponents, and I'm not going to miss a step.
I'm going to show people a different side of women's wrestling. I want to win, and I want to be serious about it.
This is the culmination of everything that I've gone through, and it represents strength and empowerment all the way for me.
Indeed, it should be quite the matchup, contrasting styles. But one thing that these women have in common, they both want to win. They both need to win. They both have to win.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Ayrshire, Scotland, Piper Niven.
Piper debuted in 2008. She's only 25. Certainly defeated Santana Garrett in the first round. Longtime fans in the UK remember Klondike Kate. She was a Klondike Kate influence.
And her opponent from Fairfax, Virginia, Serena Deeb.
Serena defeated Vanessa Bourne in round 1 with a spear. She was trained in OVW in Louisville, and while in Louisville, she went to Indiana University and earned her college degree. How about that for dedication?
I love seeing Serena out here. I feel like a little more confidence getting through that first round. That hiatus had to play into her head. Was she going to be good enough? Serena Deeb was, in fact, good enough to come here tonight and go into the second round.
Serena credits her yoga for being a big asset in her training and her preparation. Has 7 tours of Japan under her belt. As Piper Niven, the Scottish lass, the first Scottish athlete to ever headline Cork and Hall. So Piper may be looking for a Michinoku driver. Serena thinking spear. Who'll get theirs first? We're about to find out in this one fall match.
With that size difference coming into play, Serena may have to come up with a different game plan as far as trying to get Piper down with a spear. You know, Serena has quite the arsenal. She's been all over the world with a lot of different kind of opponents, and that's going to give her some varied ways to go about trying to beat Piper Niven.
The anxiety exists, and it should. You win, you advance. You lose, you go home. Neither of these ladies want to go home, and it's a hell of a long way back to Scotland from Orlando. Serena, that headlock on the left side, if you notice.
Exactly what I was talking about. Serena is going to use her moveset. She needs to be creative. She needs to go and realize the strength and size of Piper.
Piper has obviously size advantage, but she's very agile. Oh, can be hostile as well. And the cover. Man, Serena should know better than to try to slam someone at this size.
Absolutely. The veteran that Serena is, she's learning really quickly, hopefully not too thrown off of her game, too injured at this point to be able to continue and regroup. She's got to regroup.
Pace favors Piper Niven. Deliberate, straight ahead. Serena, great heart. We love Serena's heart and her spirit. But this is what you need. Take it down and got a near fall.
What you got to do is stay sound and strategic, and that side headlock will fit that definition.
Well, you know, Piper's moving around Serena with ease, and you could already see Serena going to that back. You know, she suffered a little bit of being tossed around early on.
Serena had a very physical matchup with the extremely athletic Vanessa Bourne, as we mentioned. Nice back suplex by Piper Niven. Very athletic. Boy, she is just an extraordinary competitor. Oh my God almighty. And somehow, some way, Serena Deeb was able to roll a shoulder off the canvas, which I think surprised not only us, but Piper Niven as well.
I really hope Serena can, oh!
Nobody there.
Serena was able to get the knees up. She's still got something left in that tank, and I still have faith that Serena Deeb is going to be able to pull through tonight.
The luck of the draw somehow. Serena's got a tough draw here. Side headlock takeover. So at least Serena has got Piper on the canvas.
Exactly. Now that Serena has Piper on the ground, Serena needs to stay on top and keep Piper down.
Referee in great position to see both shoulders.
Serena, veteran, has Piper right in the middle of the ring where she wants her, away from those ropes. But Piper's back up on her feet. Serena's back in trouble.
Serena now with the strikes. Rocking and staggering her opponent. Serena blocks the right hand from the Scottish lass. Look at this.
Hard turnbuckles, has Piper rocked. Look at, here comes Serena still in this fight. I knew that Serena had it in her. That heart is so big.
A modified slam from Hell or High Water. Serena Deeb was bound to try that slam one more time. Neck breaker.
Gotta act fast, Serena, if you're going to get a win.
The cover by Serena earns her another near fall, but no 3 count. And you gotta wonder, Serena's thinking, is there anything left I can do to actually beat this moment?
Well, I mean, that's the thing here. Serena has to keep regrouping, but yet those tiny little moments that she has, Serena needs to take advantage of those.
Serena trying for a fireman carry pickup and strains her own lower back in the process. Oh! Wow. Yeah, there's nowhere for Serena to go but back in that turnbuckle. Now the cover, well, I thought the cover. Here it comes.
Let's take one more look at that. That is insane. I don't know how Serena kicked out.
Right now, Piper Niven is certainly in firm control of this contest. Serena again. Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Cover. You got to cover, Serena. She's finally getting there. Hooks that far leg now. Will it be enough?
Man, what is it going to take for Serena Deeb to get Piper to stay down for 3 seconds?
You got to love the heart and the desire, the passion of Serena Deeb. Serena's only 31. Took a couple-year hiatus from the genre.
You can see Serena going for the spear. Oh.
Serena thinking spear, but I think Piper Niven had that one well scouted. Face or chest first into the turnbuckles.
This is such a difficult spot to Serena. I mean, you know you're in trouble at this point when you're in the ring and beaten down like that.
Oh, the avalanche there by Piper. And can you believe the heart and the grit of Serena Deeb to kick out? Piper can't.
Piper can't believe, and I'm sure Serena Deeb cannot believe that either. I've been in those moments. You kick out, but that's all that it has. But what's next? This takes everything out. You can see there's nothing left in Serena. It is demoralizing.
Oh my goodness. You gotta be kidding me. Man, if this could be a big mistake for Piper Niven, or it could be the...
Oh, that potentially is the opportunity Serena Deeb needed if she can find anything left.
Oh, look out. Oh, Michinoku driver. Bam, down, count, it's over.
Devastating loss for Serena Deeb.
Here's another look at Serena looking nice here on the offensive side. Just was able to follow up, Lita.
Totally, so incredible, but these would take so much out of Serena just to get Piper down. You can see it in Serena's face right there. I know what she's feeling. How can I do this?
And then this.
How Serena Deeb kicked out of that, I have no idea.
And the Michinoku driver with authority, velocity, convincingly, Piper Niven then will advance.
Here is your winner, Piper Niven.
Well, the folks in Scotland got to be happy.
They should be proud of their Piper Niven. That was a very good showing. Piper Niven making her name known.
Indeed, the young lady from Scotland is turning heads here in the Mae Young Classic.
Man, I was hoping that this match would happen here in the Mae Young Classic. The two most veteran wrestlers in Mercedes Martinez taking on Princesa Sue Hay.
Soy Princesa Sue Hay de Monterrey, Nuevo León, México.
This young lady has extensive lucha libre experience.
Estar yo en el torneo es muy representativo para mi carrera. Aprender cada vez más de las rivales y sacarles el triunfo arriba del ring.
Princess Sue Hay will advance to the second round.
It's about time that the world sees what Mercedes Martinez is all about.
She is a veteran who says, "This is my validation."
I'm going to do whatever I can and whatever I have to do to get to the top. They're going to see someone who's going in there and it's going to take everyone by storm.
The Dragon Sleeper does it. An impressive victory for Mercedes Martinez.
Que se prepare ya que enfrente tiene la experiencia de Princesa Sue Hay. Ella va a ser muy fuerte, muy agresiva y que la voy a destrozar arriba del ring.
Anybody who knows anything in wrestling in Mexico knows who she is.
But all I need is one shot, and I'm going to take that opportunity.
Que Princesa Sue Hay viene preparada para ganar el torneo.
There's no way that any other girl wants this more than I do.
So exciting to be here in Orlando. Amazing action still to come.
The WWE Mae Young Classic is brought to you by Rocket League, an award-winning hybrid of arcade, soccer, and driving. Rocket League is available now for PS4, Xbox One, and Steam PC.
Kalisto joining us here at the Mae Young Classic. He's got a dog in the hunt, as they say in Oklahoma.
Supporting Mexico and fellow Lucha Libre star La Princesa Sue Hay.
Our next matchup features two of the most experienced women in the entire tournament. They're highly skilled, they've been around, they know what's at stake. Princesa Sue Hay.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Monterrey, Mexico, Princesa Sue Hay.
Princesa defeated Kaylee Ray in the first round of this Mae Young Classic, using a variety, Lita, of moves you're familiar with from the Lucha Libre world.
By submission, she has Glorilla. She'll be looking for that tonight, no doubt.
Princess won the CMLL Cup in 2016. She's used to winning. And here's a woman that I really believe we may be seeing in the finals.
And her opponent, from Waterbury, Connecticut, Mercedes Martinez.
Another 16-year vet. Defeated Xia Li in round one. An expert at the Fisherman's Buster. Big star in Shimmer. Great promotion, as a matter of fact. She was on a 2-year hiatus as well to take care of an injured shoulder.
Fortunately for Mercedes Martinez, an injury can go one way or the other when you take time off. Mercedes has come back looking better than ever since her hiatus. It is such a great matchup, these two, Princesa Sue Hay and Mercedes Martinez, with the most experienced, the two most experienced women in all of the tournament, going at it right now in round two. I love the Wonder Woman tribute by Princesa Sue Hay. Let's see if she can pull off a victory tonight.
Big leverage advantage for Martinez. Taller, longer. Nice drop toe hold counter into the reverse chin lock. Won't be there long. There you go. Princess Sue Hay is an amazing counter wrestler. Rolls up Martinez. These ladies don't work by the hour, and they know that if they win, they have another matchup, of course, in the quarterfinals. That's the goal. Just win one more match.
Yeah, you see Princesa going right for that arm, back to it, working early, knowing that if she's going to get an advantage over Mercedes, she's got to start early, right, going for her finish.
I don't think these ladies at least in my estimation, their experience level, are going to make a lot of fundamental mistakes. So you got to create your own breaks in a situation like that. Hard clothesline with a bigger adversary. Mercedes is very technically sound, very physical as well, and she's hungry.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see that those two kind of felt each other out, exchanging holds, wrestling around just a bit, but Mercedes getting dirty pretty quick.
Getting aggressive for sure, and let's go behind.
Oh, you can see that hit Mercedes in the back of the head.
Schoolgirl that takes Mercedes to the bottom turnbuckle. A cannonball in the corner. Mercedes now was trapped around that bottom turnbuckle again, going for a cover. The Princessa would like a faster count, please. Hard shot right to the glute.
Whoa!
Oh, man. That's a face first. Little rotation there. Got some impact. Hook of the leg. I like the fact that Martinez went quickly for the cover.
Absolutely, Mercedes veteran move, seeing that smallest opportunity, Princessa takes her eyes off, focusing on the referee. Martinez is taking control. Looks like she is setting up for the trifecta with the 2 suplexes and then following it up.
And Princessa got hung up in that rope. That's not a good place to be, the cover. Yep, 2.
Don't focus on that referee, Mercedes. Get right back in the action.
Mercedes Martinez turning up the offense here, turning up the aggression. Princessa, we're hearing. Both knees to the chest.
Full contact, and it looked like it might have hit Mercedes in the mouth. Princessa, it was a very powerful move, but you've got to keep going if you're gonna, you have to find that smallest opening. Mercedes not gonna give you much.
Thinking monkey flip, but that's, Mercedes said, I don't think so, not this time. 2 strikes. In the high-risk area are these 2 ladies. Who's going to get the advantage at the end of the day here off of this?
Princessa, obviously known for lucha libre style, comfortable up there on the top rope.
Princessa counters. And
nice.
Big time DDT, a tornado DDT by Princessa Suhei.
Mercedes completely laid out flat. If Princessa can crawl over there quickly and get this cover.
Quickly's not going to be it, because that wasn't quick, and that one arm over is not going to get it done in this level of competition.
Absolutely. You can see the match hasn't been going on that long, but both these women have already taken so much punishment.
Princessa, as we mentioned, had a tough match with Kaylee Ray in the first round. Look at the arm
Looking
submission.
for that, La Rejilla. Can she lock it in? No, Mercedes countering that, but right back on it.
Oh, my.
Look at the torque of that injured shoulder. Mercedes, how is she not tapping out right now?
The will to win, blocking out the pain apparently in one arm now. Let's see if the Princessa can finalize this deal. Nope.
Oh.
Kick right to the face. Oh, look out here.
Oh.
Fisherman Buster. That should do it. But will it do it? The leg is hooked. And Mercedes Martinez wins the match, advances to the quarterfinals via the Fisherman Buster.
Is that shoulder going to play a factor in the rounds moving forward? Princessa Suhei had her finish, but she just could not lock it in all the way.
Well, I guarantee you Abby Lath is looking on, and that's who Mercedes is going to face in the quarterfinals. You got to think that left shoulder is going to be an issue. Nicely done here. Look at this. Christian Buster couldn't do it any better.
Here is your winner, Mercedes Martinez.
With a bad arm, Mercedes Martinez pulls through, advances to the quarterfinals.
Huge victory for Mercedes Martinez, who will now face Abby Lath in the quarterfinals. So much more to still come in the Mae Young Classic, but for right now, let's take it to Charlie Caruso.
Hey, thank you, JR and Lita. Mercedes Martinez is the latest competitor to advance to the quarterfinals. She's now set to face the Mae Young-inspired Abby Lath. 5 slots remain in the quarterfinals as this tournament continues to take shape. Next, the sensational Kairi Sane faces off against the dangerous Bianca Belair. Both have impressed thus far in the Mae Young Classic, and now let's take a look at this much-anticipated showdown.
Bianca Belair is a woman of beauty, a woman of strength. I am truly an athlete.
She feels it, she's confident, and she's damn sure talented.
There's nothing better than me. I am the best.
And representing Japan, Kairi Sane.
私はもちろんこの試合を通して与えたいですし、絶対に与えることが私の使命だと思っています。
What a way to debut for Kairi Sane.
すべての国の人にパッションとパワーを与えたいなと思ってます。
Kairi Sane, she has sailed her way to another victory.
I don't see her as a threat. I just see her as a competitor. And that's what I was born for.
もちろん私は今優勝しか目指してないですし、優勝するっていう目標はもちろんなんですけど、あとはやっぱり32名ものね強豪な選手が集まるっていうことで、その中でも
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, Kairi Sane.
Well, it's somewhat obvious that the lovely Kairi Sane is a boating aficionado. She is a yacht person. She's very aquatic, Lita.
JR, she's a pirate.
Oh, pirate. There you go. Well, I'm working on it. Well, I know one thing. This young woman's a hell of an athlete. Do you think she feels the pressure as much as we think she does, or she seems cool, calm, and collected?
Kairi Sane has been in so many fights of her life, and this looks like pure fun to her. Kairi likes to fight.
What a hell of a match she had in the first round with Tessa Blanchard. Might have been the match of the tournament thus far.
Thus far.
Competed for the Stardom promotion, did some acting. Huge cult following. And this just may be the best pure athlete in the competition, but Bianca Belair's only got 1 year of experience. That could be an issue.
I mean, and that is 1 year training.
And her opponent from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
When you're in the business 1 year, how would you approach this match against Kairi Sane? 1 year in.
All right, well, let me tell you, 1 year in the business, I was in the WWE. I fast-tracked myself. And the thing is, you don't know what you're up against because you're just going full steam ahead. Bianca doesn't know she should be intimidated right now, and this could be the moment. If she can have a win over Kairi Sane, she would prove to everyone she is the EST.
I was really impressed with the strength and the quickness. You got a young woman in Bianca Belair that was all over the SEC. She attended South Carolina, Texas A&M, and then finally graduated at University of Tennessee as a world-class hurdler in track and field. Matter of fact, in high school, she's the top 5 in the nation.
I mean, there's no weapons inside that ring, but I guess if it grows out of the top of your head, you can count. Bianca using that hair as a whip.
The collar and elbow tie-up we saw just in that instant, and Kyrie saw it as well, how strong and how much stronger Bianca Belair is over the very popular Kairi Sane.
I do think with Kyrie's experience, she will feel Bianca out for a second just to see what she's up against. Boom.
Nice waistlock takedown, smart maneuver. It's hard to get an elbow dropped off the top rope in this position. And that is the centerpiece of the offense of Kairi Sane.
Absolutely, Kyrie's gonna have to keep Bianca down, which we have not seen a lot of because Bianca has such a strong showing.
The leg strength of Bianca Belair is astonishing. And that's from all those years of at world-class level track. Getting stronger, running. I just wonder sometimes if she might be a little too full of herself on occasion, but man, maybe she's got good reason.
I was thinking that until I saw her first round match, and Bianca Belair can back herself up.
She defeated Sage Beckett in the first round in a very competitive matchup.
Catching that kiss and stomping it out.
There you go. No, I'm not intimidated. And the pace quickens here a little bit, and that is somewhat befuddled the talented Bianca Belair. The cover by Kyrie, but not for long.
You see Kyrie did not waste any time when she had Bianca down to get that cover in. Giving it right back to Bianca.
A lot of personality. A lot of personality in Kairi Sane. Forearm shots equally effective from the left and right side.
Whoa.
And a knockdown of Bianca Belair, both ladies 28 years of age.
You know, when those shots just catch you right in the right place on the jaw, it can just knock you down like it did Bianca, we saw right there.
The waistlock by Kyrie.
Oh!
Hello. That was a wake-up call.
Wow.
And the fans here at Full Sail University not overwhelmed. But it was a legal move. Now, how do you legislate this? Good grief.
Wow.
What the hell?
We have never seen anybody be so innovative. Look at this. The crowd is all over her.
Well, it's not really an unfair advantage, I don't think.
It is an unfair advantage, but I mean, it is legal. Girl is using her hair.
Clothesline. Bigger, stronger. Cover and a hook of the leg. Got a near fall.
Can you imagine what it would mean for Bianca if she was able to get a win over Kyrie tonight?
Biggest night of her career.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
The biggest night of your career on the second night in, right?
Yep, exactly. Both these ladies know what's at stake. Both want to advance to the quarterfinals. Only one can, only one will. And
I don't know if Bianca knows the danger she's in. You see Kyrie is hooked there, potentially getting a hold.
hard knee shot right to the abdomen. Belair is big. She is strong and physical. Very athletic. Look at this strength. Standing vertical suplex over the squats. Great strength, agility, and now the cover. Near fall.
Kairi Sane is in trouble.
And Bianca Belair cannot get frustrated. Steer the course, maintain your game plan, use your strength and size advantage. And look at this submission.
Look at this submission that Bianca Belair has. I cannot believe this is the woman that she is the most inexperienced in this tournament. And look at her just dominating the woman with the most buzz getting here.
Bianca Belair is an athletic freak. She doesn't know how good she can be or how strong she is.
Oh, Bianca Belair knows exactly how good and strong she is, why she calls herself the EST.
What does that mean?
She's the biggest, the baddest, the strongest, the roughest, the toughest.
And she's covering the smallest of this match and got another near fall. Clubbing blow right across the mid-back area. Nothing fancy.
Bianca Belair is keeping it simple. I feel like she can taste the victory. This would be a huge upset.
Yeah, exactly. And the knees came up as Kairi Sane saw what was going on. And Bianca Belair, her inexperience may cost her here. Hard sledge right across the chest. And another knife edge. The strikes are getting in. Kairi beating Bianca to the punch, so to speak.
Bianca staying alive, but it is just too much. Kairi is right on top of Bianca, giving it to her.
Kairi very frustrated. Just taking that out on finally getting the advantage offensively.
You can see that in her face. Kairi is frustrated. I don't think she realized she was in for such a fight with Bianca Belair. Whoa!
Flying forearm by Kairi, now looking for the 3 count.
Not able to get it. You saw Kairi had to adjust things, not getting all the way. The springboard top rope, this forearm, had to do it short. Wow, so she could get Bianca in a position. Bianca's not giving her any space right now. Bianca can get to the ropes.
Could be a submission here. The young lady with 1 year experience, Bianca Belair, seems to be a little befuddled.
Well, right, I mean, that's the inexperience there. She was very close to the ropes, but didn't quite know exactly where she was in the ring. It's easy to get lost when, until you've done it a bunch, and she just hasn't.
Finally, there's separation. But Kairi Sane has an advantage, but, oh man, nice power slam. And there's a hook of the leg. The lateral press, again, results in a near fall, so we're kind of back where we started, Lita.
Yeah, you can see both of these women are really tired at this point because they've both taken a hell of a beating already.
Got to be impressed. Win, lose, or draw with Belair. Forearm shots and a knockdown. Kairi cannot stay in that wheelhouse of Bianca Belair and survive. She's too big.
Yeah, Bianca can't quite get to her feet. She may not quite know where she is. I don't know if she was knocked loopy at all or what's going on, but you can tell Bianca, and as far as her ring awareness, she is not able to capitalize like she was earlier on in the match.
Kairi Sane cannot win this match if it's a striking contest. Ain't gonna happen. What a slam, modified slam there. Bianca goes back to what brought her to the dance, her power and her athleticism.
Bianca was doing good, keeping it basic. I worry about her going to the top rope, giving Kairi a chance to.
What a shot! She got it, she got it!
I thought we just saw the hugest upset of the tournament. No way!
Oh my God. Bianca Belair can't believe.
Beautiful 450 by Bianca Belair.
But maybe the damage was done.
Bianca can't believe it. That was all she had. What is left for Bianca Belair to pull out?
Bianca, very overzealous. Just got introduced to the ring post. And the axe kick by Kairi Sane.
There we see the march from that pirate.
Sliding forearm shot right to the face. Kairi now building some momentum. Oh! Man, what a shot.
Wow.
That back fist found its home in the face of Bianca Belair. And now we may be Kairi's elbow drop, if that's what she's thinking. is a thing of beauty.
Getting up to the top, ready to be sailing the seas.
No!
And landing that top elbow up. Wow.
Kairi Sane just defeated a bigger, stronger, hungry opponent using that elbow and her amazing heart and her will to win as Kairi Sane representing Japan advances to the quarterfinals in the Mae Young Classic. Here's another look there, Lita. This is amazing. How do you describe this?
Listen to that. Kairi is in trouble right in the beginning.
More physical dominance by Bianca Belair. She tried to put Kairi away, but the young lady just wouldn't quit.
And then, if that wasn't enough, a beautiful 450 perfectly landed, but somehow Kairi finds a way to kick out.
And that took Bianca completely out of her game because the 450 didn't get it done.
Look at this turning point here, going for the spear, but missing and giving Kairi the opening that she needed. It was all Kairi from here on out.
And look at this hang time. And the
Wow.
precision, the power, the elbow right to the heart. And an emotional victory for Kairi Sane.
Here is your winner, and moving on to the quarterfinals, Kairi Sane.
We just saw a hell of a wrestling match.
Man, that was an amazing end of the night.
There'll be another day for these two, I gotta believe, somewhere down the road. But right now, it's the Kairi Sane show as she has qualified to compete in the quarterfinals of the Mae Young Classic.
Not to mention stilling the hearts of many fans here at Full Sail University.
Man, what an amazing end to the night. We have 4 more women that are one step closer to realizing their dreams and making a mark in history.
All right, everyone, the Sweet 16 has officially kicked off in a big way. Rachel Evers brought the power, but Abby Late's experience proved to be the difference.
Wow!
Serena Deeb's dreams were dashed as Piper Niven unleashed her dominance and prevailed.
Oh, Michinoku driver. It's over.
In a battle of seasoned competitors, Mercedes Martinez edged out Princessa Suhei. And finally, the Japanese sensation Kairi Sane dazzled the crowd as she defeated Bianca Belair.
An emotional victory for Kairi Sane.
4 competitors have punched their ticket to the quarterfinals, and with only 4 more spots remaining, the pressure is on. The Mae Young Classic continues with more Sweet 16 action in the next episode, right here on the WWE Network.